She's going for his jugular. She's like, I'm not fooling. The reason why she's not, she's taking care of some other business in the beginning is because she's not going to let anything get over her time. She's going to be checking under every stone. King of Swords, he's going to be charged. He's going to be charged. Charged. Oh my, do you see this? Oh God, guys, this is getting more and more hopeful as time goes on.
Welcome everybody to Nine's Corner. There is so much happening in the news, but we are going to concentrate on that which makes us happy, that which we have been waiting for to get little nuggets of hope. And now we have a subpoena for you. A subpoena for you. And as you can see, 5 months ago, we talked about it. We could see Letitia James was taking her time and that she was going to cause issues with the Trump family. So I thought, let's get on and not look at all the bad news that's been happening. Let's look at Letitia James, her strength to be able to go after Trump and family. And let's have a look and see. We'll break down each kid. We'll look at Don Jr. and Ivanka. And poor Eric is crying because he had his phone taken away for the January 6th committee. So that's going to be another little quick read. We'll have to look at poor Eric because, I mean, you know, God wasn't giving out too many brains that day, I don't think. So let's have a look at Ivanka, who I think will completely, you know, throw Trump under the bus if it came down between her and her family and her coinage and Trump. So let's look and see, how involved is Ivanka in this, and is her subpoena going to cause herself damage? Because, you know, they were saying, I know it's a separate subject, but with Eric and the subpoena over his phone, they're saying that he was pleading the fifth because he didn't incriminate himself. So you can imagine the stories that are there that are just, are we going to hear about them? Is it finally going to come out? So let's look at Ivanka. How involved is she? What's going to happen? 5 of Wands. Page of Swords, 2 of Wands. So 5 of Wands, here's the family infighting. You know it's happening. You know that they're all on pins and needles because in one sense, I think that they were thinking they would not be touched by any of this, that somehow, some way, being Trump's offspring would keep them from having to deal with anything. But they're just that naive or stupid to believe that nothing would come of anything and trusting their father. So here you see the fighting. We've got the Page of Swords. Like we've said so many times before, Miss Ivanka, she has a plan. And this is somebody who's willing to speak out. And so she's going to give information. Look at the book. She's going to give information. She is going to end up having to tell on Trump. Having to, because she is involved. She had something to do with cooking the books. Then we have the 2 of Wands. The 2 of Wands is sort of already seeing, okay, this is where I'm coming from. This is where I'm to. So where do I need to go? This is her knowing that she's going to give the information out on her father. Justice. Oh my. So I asked for a card for the overall, and we're seeing Justice. So I think that Ivanka is going to be found out to be one of the people whose John Henry was on the books, that she knowingly cooked the books, and justice will be coming to her. So let's look at Donald Trump Jr. What's going to happen with him? And look at the overall. What's going to happen with Junior? Because he's not as stable as Ivanka, which I know is a weird subject, weird way to say it, because there's nothing stable about Ivanka. She is her father's daughter. But I think Don Jr. at some point could have been the kid that just said, you know what, I'm not dealing with this. I'm not going to be part of this, and went away years and years ago. But because of the finances, because of the money that he needed, he stuck it out with his dad. And now he's just this, drugged up mess. So will his subpoena cause any trouble? Because Ivanka's going to get in trouble. Ivanka's definitely going to get in trouble. She's going to... Wow. Okay. I got the Queen of Wands out first. So then I got the Empress, and then I got the Four of Wands. So I think because we've got the Queen of Wands as the woman that was doing the action, we've got the Empress being his sister, and the Four of Wands, he participated, he's part of it, obviously, but he's probably going to kind of tattle back on his sister. He's going to kind of say, oh, that was Ivanka. It's like the fighting, the stuff that's going on behind closed doors. Wouldn't you love to? So let's pull a card and see what's going to be the result of this. Three of Cups, but it's reversed. So the three kids are going to part ways. This is not going to be successful for him, but I think Ivanka, from the looks of these cards, seems to be even more strongly intertwined with the money and the situation that's happening. And I think he will focus on his sister and telling on his sister that she was the one that used the money. I think she might have been more on the actual money coming from the government, whereas he was more on the end of the Trump enterprise part. So it was like, yes, you're still doing wrong, but it might have been him. Ooh, but we've got two really strong ladies. So maybe Melania. Maybe this is Melania and Ivanka being in trouble, because Melania's... We were going to look into Melania. Let's look and see, is Melania in trouble? Is Melania involved in this? Is Melania involved in this? Will she get pulled into this? Will Melania get pulled into this? Is she one of the women that Donald Jr. will point to, or, Whoa. Five of Cups. Melania feels so regretting everything, regretting how she ended up being where she's to. She's got the Three of Swords, complete and utter heartbreak. And then she's got the High Priestess because she has information. So Melania, tick, 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 tick for you, my darling. Her end result being Judgment. Now, Judgment is one of those cards. If I get a Justice card like I did for Ivanka, that's one that kind of says, yeah, you're going to be dealing with the law. When I get Judgment like this is to me, could be yes, you'll see judgment in the future or future issues being brought up that have to deal with her, Melania, or this is judgment in the sense of she will be judged. She will reap the rewards of what she has done. And she's not a bit player. She has supported this man and supported his ways and, aligns herself with those ways. Her and Donald, oh my God. Six of Pentacles. It's a give and take. I mean, she's there for the money, but she's also somebody who's of similar mind. Four of Pentacles. She wants to hold on to her coins. She wants to hold on to her money. Nine of Cups reversed. Her wish is not going to be fulfilled. She's going to have to go through judgment. She's going to be having a miserable time with it with the Three of Swords. And it's a lot of regret on her part. She was involved with Donald Trump. I think that with the Judgment card, yes, we're going to hear information as she is the High Priestess, knowing something. So I think it's there for a possibility that Melania will be getting we'll be hearing something about Melania being involved in some aspect. But her judgment, ooh, I think she's being judged for something from a previous lifetime to end up with Donald Trump during this lifetime. And so, as always, that's way too close. As always, I have our Unity candle lit for each and every one of us. And until the next time we chat, cheerio, take care, my friends.